1800 hours, Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Farzana Khan. First, the headlines. Prime Minister is directed to end load shedding in the country from Sunday after resolving all the issues. Information Minister says during Prime Minister's visit to Saudi Arabia, avenues of cooperation in various sectors, including agriculture and industrial zones, will be explored. Azerbaijan has stressed the need for further strengthening mutual trade and economic cooperation with Pakistan. 4 persons were killed in an explosion at the premises of University of Karachi today. Indian troops continue violent cordon and search operations in different areas of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. The UN Secretary General has urged the need of more dialogue and ceasefire in Ukraine at the earliest. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif has directed to end load shedding after resolving all the issues in the country from Sunday. Chairing a high-level meeting in Islamabad today regarding announced and unannounced power outages, he said power cannot be put into trouble due to load shedding in the summer season. Shahbaz Sharif directed the concerned authorities to evolve a sustained and smooth mechanism of fuel supply and that in summer season, advanced planning of 1 month be done. The Prime Minister sought a long-term effective plan to end the losses of making power distribution companies loss. Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif has allocated portfolios to 4 federal ministers and 1 Minister of State. Khurram Dastgir Khan has been assigned the portfolio of Power, Sardar Ayaz Sadiq, Economic Affairs, Riaz Hussain Pirzada, Human Rights, and Murtaza Javed Abbasi has been given the portfolio of Parliamentary Affairs. Muhammad Hashim Notizai will be the Minister of State for Power. Cabinet Division has issued a notification to this effect. Minister for Information and Broadcasting Maryam Aurangzeb says Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif is determined to provide relief to the masses. Talking to media in Islamabad this afternoon, she said 20 of 27 dysfunctional power plants have been made operational and availability of fuel will also be ensured by 7th of next month. Answering a question, Maryam Aurangzeb said Prime Minister has also issued strict directions against hoarders of diesel, causing problems for farmers in harvesting their crops. To another question, she said Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif, his cabinet members and even allies are visiting Saudi Arabia on their own expenses instead of burdening the national exchequer. She also made it clear that no journalist is visiting the Holy Land on the expense of the government. She said Saudi Arabia's visit has great strategic importance and avenues of cooperation in various sectors, including agriculture and industrial zones, will be explored. Minister for Defence Khwaja Muhammad Asif has said the defence of the country would be strengthened as it is confronting enormous internal and external challenges. He was speaking during his first visit to Ministry of Defence in Rawalpindi today after assuming charge of his responsibilities as a minister. Khwaja Asif said, "Our armed forces are pride of the country and the government will provide maximum support to enhance their capabilities and professionalism." He assured that the government would provide all-out resources and equipment to make defence of the country impregnable. Minister of State for Foreign Affairs Hina Rabbani Khair says Pakistan seeks to further expand its bilateral relations with the United States based on mutual respect, trust and equality. Talking to U.S. Charge d'Affaires in Pakistan, Angela Aguilar, who called on her in Islamabad today, the Minister of State said Pakistan values its ties with the United States. Meanwhile, talking to Ambassador of United Arab Emirates to Pakistan, Hamad Ubaid Al-Zabi in Islamabad today, the Minister of State reiterated Pakistan's close ties with the United Arab Emirates. Hina Rabbani Khair said Pakistan wants to enhance cooperation with the United Arab Emirates in areas of mutual trust, including trade and investment. This is Radio Pakistan giving you the news. Azerbaijan has stressed the need for further strengthening mutual trade and economic cooperation with Pakistan. This was stated by Ambassador of Azerbaijan to Pakistan during his meeting with Sarat Chambers of Commerce and Industry President Husnain Khurshid Ahmed in Peshawar today. The ambassador said his country is enjoying cordial relations with Pakistan. He said Azerbaijan is giving much importance to enhance mutual economic and trade cooperation with Pakistan. 4 persons were killed and several others injured in an explosion inside the premises of the University of Karachi today. According to reports, the incident occurred near Confucius Institute. Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif has strongly condemned the van blast inside the University of Karachi and expressed grief over the loss of precious human lives in the incident and prayed for early recovery of the injured. He telephoned Sindh Chief Minister Syed Murad Ali Shah and sought information about the incident. The Prime Minister expressed grief over the death of 2 women, including Chinese nationals and a driver. He assured the Sindh Chief Minister of all possible cooperation to eliminate the menace of terrorism from Pakistani society. He said terrorists are foes of Pakistan and expressed the resolve to eliminate them with unity and joint efforts. Syed Murad Ali Shah apprised the Prime Minister about initial detail of the blast at the campus. Shahbaz Sharif directed to provide best medical facilities to the injured. Meanwhile, Interior Minister Rana Sanaullah also condemned the incident. Foreign Office has strongly condemned reprehensible terrorist attack in Karachi which claimed innocent lives, including those of Chinese nationals working at the Confucius Institute. In a statement, Foreign Office said the government and people of Pakistan extend their deepest condolences and sympathies to the families of victims who lost their lives in the incident. It said law enforcement agencies are investigating the incident to apprehend the culprits and bring them to justice. Local authorities are also providing all possible assistance to the injured. The Foreign Office said cowardly incident is a direct attack on the Pakistan-China friendship and ongoing cooperation. It said Pakistan and China are close friends and iron brothers. Pakistan attaches great importance to safety and security of Chinese nationals, projects and institutions in Pakistan. Indian troops, paramilitary personnel and sleuths of dreaded agencies continued violent cordon and search operations in different areas of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. The residents of Srinagar and Kishtwar in Jammu region complained to the media that the troops barged into their houses, harassed inmates including women and children and vandalized properties. Meanwhile, protests were held in parts of the occupied territory against the anti-Kashmiris policies of the Modi regime. The protesters staged sit-ins at Mughal Road in Poonch and Main Chowk in Baramulla and blocked vehicular movement for hours. The United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres has called for more dialogue on Ukraine and said a ceasefire was needed as soon as possible. Antonio Guterres said at a meeting with Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov in Moscow, "We are extremely interested in finding ways in order to create the conditions for effective dialogue, create the conditions for a ceasefire as soon as possible, create conditions for a peaceful solution." Kiev urges Guterres to push for Mariupol evacuations with tens of thousands still stranded in the besieged port city. Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman in a phone call discussed with British Prime Minister Boris Johnson war situation in Ukraine. The two leaders also discussed areas of bilateral cooperation between Saudi Arabia and the United Kingdom. And finally, the weather report. Mainly hot and dry weather is expected in most parts, while very hot in plain areas of the country during the next 12 hours. To end the news, the main points once again. Prime Minister has directed to end load shedding in the country from Sunday after resolving all the issues. Information Minister says during Prime Minister's visit to Saudi Arabia, avenues of cooperation in various sectors, including agriculture and industrial zones, will be explored. Azerbaijan has stressed the need for further strengthening mutual trade and economic cooperation with Pakistan. UN Secretary-General has urged the need of more dialogue and ceasefire in Ukraine at the earliest. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News.